This article by the Novel Investor shows the investment returns across different sectors and countries in 2025. And you'd be surprised to know Colombia returned 115% year last year, while South Korea over 100%, and that compared to just the S&P 500, which returned 17%. And if you sat there thinking, I need to perhaps invest in Colombia, the 2024 returns from this Novel Investor, they have an article every year. In the previous 2 years, the US market, communication services, as well as IT services were among the top three. In 2024, the country with the highest return was Israel with under 40% returns. And in 2023, it was Hungary with over 50% returns. So here's the thing, it's very hard to have some foresight or to predict which country or which sector will do well next year. And this is why diversifying, so you get all the upsides and it caps the downsides. So this is why diversification and holding most of your assets 85 to 100% in a globally diversified fund is so important. Let me show you the second part of this video. If you have believed in the long-term forecast of a particular sector like a S&P, this is the last 3 years S&P returns. But if you had a tilt towards India over the last 3 years, this is what India returned last 3 years. So while the S&P did reasonably well, the 2025 returns, if you held all your assets in India, did really poor. It was under 5%. So with having most of your assets in a globally diversified fund, you're limiting the upside, yes, but you're capping the downside as well. And the idea is don't look for the needle in the haystack, just buy the whole haystack. But on the flip side, if you still believe in the long-term view of a particular country or a particular asset class, you may still want to have a small tilt towards that country. So this is called the core and the satellite method of investing, where your core portfolio 85 to 100% is within a globally diversified fund. And if you want a satellite holding of India or S&P or gold or Bitcoin or whatever, so under 15% of a satellite holding and most of your assets in a core holding of a globally diversified fund. There's a lot of talk about AI bubble bursting and technology bursting, and that's why there's a lot of interest in gold and other asset classes suddenly. Is this what will happen in 2026? Who knows? But if you have the core and the satellite method of investing, it will do you very well for the long term. And if you're still keen on investing in Indian funds, I've done a video on a tool that will help you use your pension and your ISA allowance to do the research. Hope that helps. I'll see you in the next video.